Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So today I want to talk about a conversation they had on Gilbert Arenas' show about Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama. And both rookies have been sensational, right? Both of them have shown who they can be in a few years. And if you look at Chet, you know, he's more efficient right now and his team's winning. He plays with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Williams, Giddey, Lou Dort, all those guys, right? And you have Victor Wembanyama, who's playing with some good young players, like Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, but a lot of their roles as far as who's who on the team, that's still in flux. Like, everybody knows Victor is the franchise, but you have some guys looking them off. I've seen Sohan look Wemby off and sometimes make you scratch your head. And I've seen, Vassell and those guys take shots at times where you really should be trying to establish Wemby even more when he's in the paint. As a result, sometimes you'll see Wemby out of frustration, because I know a lot of people have criticized his threes, the volume that he takes on some nights. Granted, I see some nights he only take a couple. It's like he's getting better filling that out more. But I think some of those shots have been frustration over time. But I'm going to let you guys hear what they had to say as far as the debate goes, and I'll be back with my commentary because I got quite a few thoughts on this. Let's peep it.
This is how you look at the situation. One is 19, one is 21. What did the 21-year-old look like when he was at 19 years old, right? I can tell you this, he wasn't in the NBA averaging 19, right? Now, at 21, we see what Chet looks like. What the fuck is Wemby gonna look like at 21?
2 more years.
What is Wemby gonna look like at 20? That's who you're gonna judge Chet against, right? You're judging him against an older player now. At the same age, when Wemby gets to 21, who is he gonna be? Is he gonna be averaging 17 and 10? Or is he gonna be averaging about 25, 26 and 12?
Yeah.
There's your fact. What do you think Chet is gonna, what do you think Wemby's gonna look like in 2 more years at that age, 21? When we're saying 21 turning 22.
And you're saying it without a player like SGA. Like, he...
Just period. What do you think he's gonna look like? It's not even gonna be a comparison. They're not even gonna be on the same planet. Because at 19, when they both was 19, they're not on the same planet.
Right.
One was in high school, college, playing that style. One is in the NBA. They're not on the same planet right now. We're just judging it because they're both rookies. We're not looking. You got to take age as a factor. One is in the NBA with all this pressure. The other one was getting into college. At 19,
yeah,
he's in college.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to take the younger one doing the same thing as the second-year pro.
Yeah, Wemby. And you got to people, to put it in context with the shooting percentages, right? Chet has somebody who's creating for him, he getting easy buckets, wide open threes. SGA is creating a lot of attention. Mm-hmm. They got better players around him, so he's not playing and not having to force shots at times. Mm-hmm. So don't get caught up in that percentages and all that shit, people.
It's a different,
look. Because I don't want people hear the percentage like, damn, Wemby's struggling.
Yeah.
Like, damn, why he keep shooting threes? Like, yeah, because he fucking ain't got nobody getting wide open fucking threes.
He's more or less the guy on that Spurs squad.
Yeah, like
Vassell. They've got a good young crew, but...
The play the other night, SGA drove. They used fucking the teams, what they knew they was gonna do. SGA drove, everybody collapsed. Just knew it. Came off, Chet wide open with 3. I'm saying, so it's that shit.
Yeah, but Chet obviously in a less stressed
but
situation.
But Wemby's, he's in a situation where he can't lose. I think just because what's around him, situational, organization. He's younger, just learning this, having been in the NBA system for a year. It all matters, but...
I have an interesting take on this. I know you do.
Taking that off Chet playing well, but I'm
going Wemby.
Yeah, in this conversation, I'm gonna go.
Both guys had some great points right there. Gilbert Arenas talks about Victor Wembanyama being 19 and Chet Holmgren being 21. Now, I want to be clear, sometimes that doesn't matter. The 19-year-old never reaches the level of the 21-year-old. But in this case, you have to do it case by case. You can see some of the things that Victor does on the court, just no one else in the NBA is going to be able to do. And that's just because he's blessed with the length, athleticism, agility, mobility to make certain plays. Like, it's just crazy. He looks like a video game player out there at times. And not saying Chet doesn't at times too, but some of the things Victor can do is just out of this world. He's 19 years of age, put on 15 great pounds of muscle after the summer league. So his frame is going to continue to fill out. And with that, like I said, it's going to be more and more confidence. You're going to see more great things happen more regularly for him on the floor. And I ain't taking nothing away from Chet at all. Chet has been sensational, right? Even though you have good players around, you have Shea, you have Jalen Williams, you know, and Shea, I mean, you could say that's the best scorer in the game, and nobody would look at you twice, right? Like, he is the nicest, most efficient, all over the floor scorer I think we have, and he competes on both ends. He sets the tone on both ends of the floor for the team. So Shea is a top tier, you know, first team all NBA type performer. And you look at some of the opportunities Holmgren gets, he's able to walk in the threes. It's not as much pressure on him offensively to deliver on a night-to-night basis, but he continues to do it. And he's stepping into like that second role. I didn't know who would take it between him or Jalen Williams. You know, they both take times being the second guy to Shea right now at this point in his career. But if Chet has, you know, an off shooting night, a lot of times it's able to be absorbed by the team and the pieces around him. You see what I'm saying? Giddey can pick that up. Jalen Williams can be the second guy on a given night, and you don't drop off a beat. You know, Chet just protect the rim, defend. You know, you can get your garbage buckets and have 11. You could go for 38 like he did the other game, but you could also have 11 and your team still flows well. Whereas Victor is expected to be an anchor defensively, and he's responsible day one for a certain amount of points every night, or the team has no chance. And you know, a lot of people have questioned Coach Greg Popovich going with Jeremy Sohan at point guard when you have Trey Jones over there, actual point guard. So I want to know your thoughts on that as well, if that's impacting Wembanyama. But I think going and getting him a good lead guard, getting him some good competitive vets, first thing I would want to see probably is like an upgrade from Zach Collins as a big. Or even if Zach Collins goes to the bench, he's going to need someone else to be his vet beside him, you know, in the paint. So I would say that. But Victor, yes, he absolutely has to force shots at times. He doesn't have no one creating easy ones for him. And it seems like, and this is just me now, I could be going off a little bit, but it seems like some of the players might be a little jealous of, you know, the city being after him, knowing he's the guy. I saw Sohan try to overly be close with him when they first drafted him and everything, but all I see in the game is Sohan looking him off every chance he gets. But just last night, Victor caught it in the paint and whipped a right-hand pass while he was streaking down on the baseline, and he got an easy dunk, Sohan that is. So I think Pop has to reel some of that in. Some of the guys just waving him off just to show him he's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's open, give him the ball, man. Don't try to do nothing like that. And in fairness to him, he's not a real point guard, so he may not even see some of that stuff too that I think he's intentionally looking him off on. So I would say that too. But in comparison, like if you look at Wemby and Chet, they both landed in the right situation, right? I'm glad Chet didn't land in San Antonio with these guys, or he'll have to be fending for himself more offensively right now. Then he's 21 years of age, had like a red shirt rookie year, similar to Blake Griffin. That makes a big difference. You know, when you're around the team, practice with the pros, go through the schemes, the systems for a whole year. and you're able to put on weight. You know, that was your biggest weakness was weakness, right? Physical weakness. So he was able to put on a little more strength and go out there. And with strength, I'm telling you, these guys are skilled, but you get more confidence when you can take a bump. And Chet can take a bump now, and he's doing his thing, right? So everything isn't created for Chet. We saw that movie put on AD last night. That was just going and get it because I'm that nice. And nobody really, you know what I'm saying, got that bucket for him. So let me be clear. I'm not saying everything is created for Chet. I'm just saying the situation is more ideal, you know, for a team to go in and have some playoff success this year. You know, whereas Wemby and them, they'll be back in the lottery next year for sure. And they're going to have to move some of these young guys like, well, I ain't going to say no names, but some of the wings are going to have to get traded for either future draft picks they're going to build around Wemby with, or they're going to have to bring in some vets at some point. You know what I'm saying? So this team won't look like this forever, whereas Chet's team, the core of his team, will probably look the same, and they're probably going to go with this unit to try to take them to the mountaintop. What I would do is I would add a strong big beside Chet where he's not having to guard Joel Embiid and those guys. Think about like Steven Adams when he was in OKC a few years ago. If they had a big like that to absorb all that contact for Chet, I think that would be good for his career. And they're using Zach Collins kind of like that in San Antonio, so Wemby don't have to put up with that. But I'm seeing Wemby slowly figure it out. And Wemby at 21, when they say they're not going to be on the same planet, you know, that's tough. That's tough. I know what they're saying. Wemby's ceiling does exceed Chet's by a significant margin, just looking at the measurables and some of the things he can do on the floor. But not on this planet. I mean, I think Chet maybe, I think some people may be underrating his skill set a little bit too. I think there'll be a good matchup every time they match up, you know, going forward. So that's my thoughts, man. I could go all day on this topic. So let me stop right now. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.